Well, good evening. Hope everyone is doing fine out there. I think I'm live. I always have to question myself whether I'm live or not because nobody is here to say, hey, we hear you and we see you. Although it says that I'm live, uh, can I just click that? Yes. Should be able to just, yep. I am live. Anyhow, hope everybody's doing great out there. Been another wonderful day. So, hello, Miss Wendy. Hey, I heard that you actually got to look at your mini PC today, but I also heard that you and Ray were a little bit under the weather. Hope y'all are feeling better now. I know I got a heater down here under my desk, and it is about to toast my left ankle. Anyway, so did he get it hooked up for you, and did you get to use it? That's the question. I mean, just looking at it's one thing, which is a step in the right direction. But did you get to use it? And if you did, what do you think about it? I feel fine. Well, that's good. That's good. He said y'all both wasn't feeling it great, and I think I think when he was texting earlier, I think he had said that y'all were fixing to head out and do some proxy pics. So anyway, only thing I did was a review on a Corvette Bluetooth speaker, kind of like the Bluetooth car speakers I've been doing lately. I had a Corvette come in. I believe it was a '69 model. I guess technically it would be called a Stingray, but it was Corvette Stingray. I don't really know the difference. I wonder if there is a difference between a Corvette and a Corvette slash Stingray. I wonder if it's a bigger engine or like an Eddie Bauer edition or a Platinum edition. Maybe I don't know. We'll ask Ray. I'm sure he'll be on here in a moment, and I bet you he knows. I took it out of the box. He was sleeping, so I'm waiting for him to help me. There you go. It should have, I mean, as long as you got a monitor, and of course, a keyboard and a mouse, but it should work fine. He's driving. Well, that's okay. Uh, he was sleeping and he's driving. We'll take it that he was sleeping earlier and he's driving now. Anyway, hope y'all are being safe out there. I just got home a little bit ago. I had go eat a birthday dinner with Emily and well, I mean, her son and his wife. So I tagged along for that one. Terrible, terrible waitress. But here's what it is. She got what she deserved. He's listening. We've been out working. Well, somebody's got to work, right? Lord knows Grandpa ain't going to. I need to. I figured it up, and I think I come up with about $9 an hour with what I make and the hours that I put in. That's crazy. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, yeah. One of the key things that she said that really kind of rubbed all of us wrong was I think somebody asked for a refill, and she said, "I'll get that as soon as I can." And then she turned around and walked off. About 12 to 13 minutes later, she showed back up with the drink. And in the section that we was at, I think there was like 3 or 4 tables, and there was another boy over there helping them. So I don't know if she was trying to work all those. I mean, it was only like 3 tables, maybe 4. I don't know. Hello, pork chop. What is the subject? Oh, pork chop. This is a grandpa channel. They ain't got no subjects. That's why I titled this question and answer, for the lack of not having anything to talk about. Occasionally I do, but if I do, we discuss it in the first 5-10 minutes usually, and then I ain't got nothing much to say after that, and we just kind of roll with it. But we've been talking about Ray sleeping while he was driving. Oh, wait a minute. He was sleeping earlier, but now he's driving. And when he got to look at her mini PC that she got, 6 months ago or so? Part of it is her tone and attitude. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. I'll get to it when I get to it, I'm like, okay. On the bright side, the food wasn't terribly bad. Was definitely not my choice of restaurants. It's a national chain, so I'm sure y'all have them there, and I'll go ahead and throw it out there. It was Cheddar's. I think, yeah, they're national, because I think they have them in Dallas. I don't know where all they have them. But, yeah, the food was good. She wasn't. She needed a different career, but she'll figure it out. She's younger, probably in her early 20s. And she may have been, and that's the whole thing. That's what I'd said. She may have been stressed because the boss put her in charge of that whole section. And granted, she didn't have that many tables, but if it had got busy, it'd have been a lot of work. And she may have been mad about that. And her boyfriend might have made her mad, but who knows? You can't bring your problems to work. I had to do that when I worked in the grocery store, and you leave the problems at the door. And when you leave work at work. But none of us do that. Well, since we all do, sort of all do the same work now, it's a little different, but, you talk about some of these things to other people, but big problems you don't really bring home. You might talk to your significant other or somebody real close. That was a bad thing about working at the state hospital. You couldn't really talk a whole lot about it because, the patient privacy thing and all that. But when you're, but those really close to you, you could talk a little bit. Everybody does. Anyway, Ray doesn't like it, like the veggie plate. Oh, the cheddars, yeah. Especially if you want a tip. Yeah, exactly. I had got the beef tips. I think it came with onions and mushrooms. Of course, I got minus some mushrooms. Then you could get it on top of mashed potatoes or rice. Needless to say, it definitely wasn't rice. It was mashed potatoes. But I mean, it was pretty good. It was seasoned good. A little bit of, it was a little dry, but not enough to complain about. I wouldn't have complained about it. I've definitely had worse, but first time I tried it, I never ate that there before. But it was kind of funny when I ordered it. She said, how would you like that cooked? And I said, medium well. She goes, we don't have medium well. We have medium or we have well. Okay, medium? Worst case scenario, you can always send it back and get it cooked a little more. But once it's overcooked, you can't take that back. I like the croissants. Yeah, those, I didn't eat any, but there were some at the table, and they look good. I also saw some garlic bread that looks really good too, but I've been trying to cut back on my bread intake. Even eating the, what do they call it, the low carb flour tortillas. Those actually are not bad. I mean, you can tell a little bit of difference, but not enough, not enough to complain about. You know, I get those breakfast bowls. I think I did a video on it. And those, and the sausage and the egg and the cheese. And the meat lovers has got the ham and bacon in it, and put it on a low carb tortilla. I think that's kind of like getting a Snickers with a Diet Coke or a Diet Dr. Pepper, you know, and I guess it cuts a little, but you're not like breaking the bank on carbs. Anyway. Oh, what restaurant are you talking about? Cheddar. Yeah, Cheddar's. Cheddar's. But we do have one restaurant here that, well, actually two. And I guess the Cotton Patch, I guess that's a national chain, but that is probably my favorite overall. I'm not saying they're the best, but overall, you know, their steak's good, their chicken fried steak's good, their fish not so much. But I mean, overall, they're the top. But there's another restaurant downtown, and I'm sure it's local. It's called The Loft. It's really good. It almost if y'all been on a cruise, the galley, you know, the big open, I guess you call it the galley, the big where you eat, uh, not the captain's ballroom, but where you eat and you can go back there and get your uh, calzones and things like that. But this restaurant kind of made me think of that, like on a cruise ship, because it's like a big open floor plan. You know, it's got the post in the middle or whatever you call it, but pylon or not pylons, but anyway, kind of looks like that. But it's really good, and they have they have meatloaf there, and that is the only place that I have ever ate meatloaf besides at my mama's or homemade meatloaf. Is the best every time you eat it out anywhere else, it just don't taste right. But the Loft actually does a really good job on it. Now I haven't tried their steaks because their ribeyes are like $30, and it's a little pricey. You know, I don't know if to take a chance on. I don't know. I mean, they're $26 at Texas Roadhouse, so I don't know. Anyway, the buffet. Cheddar's has a buffet. I didn't realize Cheddar's has a buffet. So I never. The only time I've ever been has been in the evenings. Uh, Buffets are just not good for me anymore. I, most of them are like $15 to $18, and I eat $8 worth of food. I just you can't tell by looking at me, but believe it or not, I don't eat much. My problem is when I eat it and what I eat, and I might eat a couple of times a day instead of just once a day. So I don't know. I just don't eat a whole lot at one setting. I used to, no doubt about that. No, I was saying the food spread. Oh, no, I was saying that the food spread on a cruise. Yeah, yeah. The only thing I didn't like about the cruise is they didn't have any soda pop. You know, no Dr. Peppers or, well, they may have, but no, you had to pay for those. And they had the little bar thing with the fruit juices. Those you could get free. So I drank a lot of pineapple juice and grape juice and orange juice. Now, since I had went with the casino, you could drink for free in the casino as long as you was playing a machine. So what we would do is we'd put like $5 in the machine, get our drink, and then cash out and go walk around. Because you could take the drinks anywhere on the. You didn't have to stay in the casino with your drink. You could walk around the whole ship, you know. So that was it. I love Texas Roadhouse again. Not right. Really, I took Ray for a steak man. You know, the Roadhouse here was really good. And then several months ago, we went a couple of times and it was not very good at all. I mean, the meat was fine. It's just like whoever was cooking it wasn't seasoning it. And then the last couple of times we went, they're starting to season it good again. So I don't know if they had fired the cook and got a bunch of complaints and they either they learned how to cook right or they got rid of him and brought in their old cook or got another good cook. But Cotton Patch has a good steak. The bacon wrap, what is it, bacon wrap sirloin? It comes out and it looks small, and you're thinking, that ain't gonna fill me up. But by the time you eat that and your sides, you're full. So it's really good. About a little bigger than a filet mignon. Somewhere in there, but yeah, I like Texas Roadhouse and Cotton Patch and the Loft. Since I was sick this morning, we went to Panera tonight, and they had the soup and toasted bagel. Lord knows, I picked up a ton of orders there when I was doing Uber and that DoorDash and all that, but I've only ate there once, and I got the flatbread pizza. Yeah, it was all right, but I never went back. Nah, I did frequent the place quite often doing Spark because the Panera in Wichita Falls is right in front of Walmart, and they always have clean bathrooms, and their tea's good. So I would go in there and go to the bathroom and get a cup of tea, and I could still, I was still right there at Walmart, so I could get the orders and whatnot. But, yeah. Panera. No, I take that back. I am wrong. It wasn't Panera. That was Panda Express in front of Walmart. My bad. But yeah, Panera is back around. But yeah, I did get the flatbread pizza there. That part of the story is true. I just got mixed up on which restaurant was there. I don't get out much anymore. I'm like that old hermit crab, or the old, what do you call it, a hermit? I don't get out. I mean, I don't mind getting out. I just don't. But I'm going to start getting out more. It actually got up like 78 degrees today, is what, I think that's what Emily had said. I don't know. It wasn't 78 when I got out. This is at 72 today. I don't know. But this Friday is supposed to be 80 degrees, and then 72 Saturday and 78 Sunday. Sunday's Super Bowl, isn't it? We'll see how the flea market goes. Maybe them women folk will be mad at their old man and go blow all his money at the flea market. Ray does like the rolls at Texas Roadhouse, but he isn't big on steak, really. Mainly, he complains about yeah. That's what we was talking about that last night. We went to eat for my nephew's birthday party, and what they were talking about was Roadhouse just being loud, and she didn't like that. Years ago, that country song, that long neck bottle. I don't remember if that's the actual name of the song or not. But anyway, they would do like a line dance, and then over, I guess probably maybe COVID, they quit doing it. I don't know when they quit doing it. I went a few years that I couldn't really afford to go there because there was too many mouths to feed. So I don't know when they quit doing that, but it's still loud in there, no doubt. There's a Panda Express in front of my Walmart too. Really, I wonder if they're part of Walmart. Walmart may own them secretly. But their tea is good and their bathrooms are always clean. And the only thing I do like at Panda Express food wise is the coconut shrimp. Kind of pricey, but it's good. We are talking about food, and I just got through eating. I don't know, I never thought about ordering beef tips, but technically it just saves you from the trouble of cutting up your steak, because I still had to cut it up some. Not as much. Good evening. Hello, Mr. Tim. We be talking food. That's why you must have heard us talking. I was actually talking about Cooks a while ago at Texas Roadhouse because it was really good, and then it wasn't too good, and I figured they fired their cook or the cook finally learned how to season the meat correctly again, and then it got good again. So, hope you're doing good, Tim. Hadn't seen you in a minute. So, we're just kind of hanging out and we're just talking about whatever. I titled the live stream Q&A, but it's for the lack of having anything to title it. And I started to put break time, but I've used that title over and over. And don't have a lot to go, not to talk about. Have breakfast order, so I'm only on for a minute. Well, that's good. I'm glad. Are you staying busy? It seemed like you kind of slowed down there for a little bit. So hopefully you're staying busy. Have to be up at 4 a.m. Wow. I am hoping to be asleep then because I have to get up early Saturday morning. And if I don't get my sleep schedule in order tonight and get up earlier in the morning, so I'll be tired tomorrow night, I'll be messed up. It's still slow. Huh. Well, is it because the shopping season and these companies are not spending as much right now? I don't know why a company, unless it was a retail company, I don't know why they would slow down after Christmas, but it seems like a lot of things. I know ads, like on your AdSense, you may have noticed, well, at least for me, my RPM has kind of dropped in the last few weeks. And I guess it's because of the slowdown on advertising from the Christmas holidays. Spring's coming back up, though, so I'm expecting it to start increasing a little bit. Me too, but it's Friday. Friday. Probably because one of my metrics isn't at 100%. Oh. Well, I don't know. Of course, I haven't done DoorDash in so long, but they kind of penalized you if you didn't take orders. And I remember there, right before I quit doing DoorDash, they would, what was it? They would send a notification of inactivity or something like that to see if you're still active or something. Can't remember what it was now, but it was like they penalized you if you didn't do every little thing they wanted you to do. And I ain't taking no $2 or $3 trip. I don't care if it's going across the street. The principle of the matter. It was kind of like Walmart. The Walmart closer to here, there is a small trailer house neighborhood across the highway, and you get like a $9 order, and I'm like, and it have no tip or nothing. I'm like, I don't care if they're not going to. I ain't driving across this parking lot. Basically, you can drive across the parking lot, sit at the red light, go to across the street to another red light, and down about 100 yards, and you're there. I mean, you can walk over here and get it yourself. Principle of the matter. No tip, no trip. I still went by that old saying, but it's a true thing, true statement. I keep looking at this picture that's on my screen over here. It's kind of cool looking. I was debating on if this was a walkway through there, and it's just the way it looked. Oh, I think we're looking out of a wall. Maybe this is the brick or the rock, and this is the road down there. You just can't see it. Anyway, that's a pretty cool picture. I thought anyway, but that was carved. Hello, Steve. How are you, sir? Man, you and Tim are here. I miss the good old days when it was all in the live stream. Whether usually it was Steve's live stream, I pop in on them, some of your live stream, Steve, and I'll see Tim over there. But I guess with my hours being at 9 o'clock, and I had thought about changing the time, but everybody said no, just keep it the way it is. So here we are. I definitely couldn't do 9 a.m. I guess I could, but I really wouldn't want to. And I don't know. Most everybody's busy and everything. I love Tim. Tim's a good guy. Tim is the kind of guy that honestly I could see if we live closer, I could see myself hanging out from time to time. I know we both got lives, we both got work, but I could see hanging out with Tim off and on. I think he's a good guy. Especially in the spring and summer, we'd be going fishing here and there, making each other jealous when one could go and the other one couldn't. But all y'all, man, I can see myself hanging out with y'all. You know, I've only there's only been a couple of people that's come through the on lives, and I've talked to in other people's lives that I don't know how close I would get to them, but I just couldn't see myself really hanging out with them a whole lot. But pretty much everybody that comes to these lives, especially lately, uh, I can see myself hanging out with them. Steve, your live in that DoorDash vid made me think of Paul Harvey. Oh man, I should have watched it. And now the rest of the story. That's because he's a Missouri boy. Yeah, probably so. There was a guy that had posted on a local rants and raves deal, and he, you could tell he was younger because he said, and 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 what did he say? In the words of Walter Cronkite, and now the rest of the story. And I thought I'm going to say something, and so I made I said. Actually, that was Paul Harvey. And Walter Cronkite said, and that's the way it was. Friday or Thursday, February 5th. And I said, now I'm telling my age. A lot of people laughed. And then he went back and corrected it. Or he took out Paul Harvey. And now my comment, like, what's that old man talking about? Good day. Yep. He used to, man, I listened to him on back when Dad was driving a truck on WBAP. I think they was out of Fort Worth, but it was AM radio, so you could listen to them all the way up into I don't know, way up north, Montana. Nah, probably not Montana, but WBAP was very wide broadcaster, and Dad always listened to Paul Harvey. So, and I know Paul Harvey Jr. took over after Paul Harvey died, and he tried, but it just wasn't Paul Harvey, and then it finally fizzled out. Which one? Which one of the round table or illegal account? Which one? The one? Oh no, crotch scratcher. It's crotch scratcher. Uh oh. Well, huh. Tim's putting out things out there. It's gonna make everybody want to watch the replay. Talking about Paul Harvey and scratching crotches. Sounds like y'all had a heck of a time over there tonight, Steve. I was wanting to come hang out, but I went to had to go to a birthday dinner again tonight. But I think tomorrow night I don't have nothing, and then Saturday and Sunday is Bowie trade flea market. So I'll scratch it. Oh, Toro. I just started watching it. I missed the live. some of y'all's lives, I get on there and I'll watch for a minute, and sometimes I'll say something, but then I go on about and do my stuff. You know, it's watch time. I know it doesn't, lives don't pay nothing, but it does accumulate watch time. That is nasty. Play the link. I can't. I think I'll get in trouble. Well, I don't know. Well, as long as I don't get copyright, I don't care because I'm not worried about monetizing. I don't monetize my live streams anymore. I quit doing that. Let's see, new window. Find. Well, who am I tonight? I'm dashing. I'll ask her. Oh. Let the chat load up. Man, it's taking a minute. It didn't load right. Reload. Oh, there it went. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me mute this. Well, I don't have to mute. I just have to shut my mouth. If I can. Hold on. I want to listen to it too, but I'll turn it down real low so we don't get a feedback, hopefully. Y'all bear with me just a second. Listen to it too. I'll turn it. Well, that's got a major delay. Here we go. I'm listening.
Tonight, we begin with the DoorDash delivery caught on camera that's raising serious concerns tonight about food safety.
A Toledo woman says she watched in real time as her delivery driver did something she calls disgusting before dropping off the food. 13 Action News reporter Alexis Means has the video. She's live with the story tonight. Alexis?
Well, the customer told me that this is something no one wants to see before their meal is delivered. A Toledo woman says she'll never order food delivery again after her Ring camera caught something disturbing. Ring camera video shows what appears to be a DoorDash driver with her hand down her pants. Ashley May says her food was delivered Monday just after 5 p.m.
I ordered my DoorDash, and when it arrived, I was watching it on my camera, and I seen the person who delivered it reach like inside of their pants and itch or something for a little while, and then they used the same hand to like set my food down and then proceeded to take a picture and leave.
May says she couldn't believe what she saw.
I was like, I didn't see what I just seen, so I like rewinded it to make sure, and it was absolutely that.
She did not eat the food.
I went out there with like garbage bags over my hands and just like threw it right in the dumpster. I took it right to the trash.
She reported the driver to DoorDash.
They were giving me a refund within like 5 to 7 business days, and then they contacted me today with, they still gave me $50 worth of credit on my account, so probably won't use it, but it's there.
DoorDash issued this statement to 13 Action News. This behavior is unacceptable. We immediately took action to deactivate the dasher and have contacted the customer to make things right. Restaurants get inspected, but delivery drivers, the health department says that's a different story. A spokesperson issued us this statement. Toledo-Lucas County Health Department food inspectors work closely with operators to ensure proper food safety practices inside the facility. However, once food leaves the establishment, these safeguards are no longer guaranteed. Delivery drivers are not typically trained food handlers, but they play a role in maintaining food safety during transport. Consumers should understand that some level of risk exists when using third-party delivery services. For May, the risk may be too much.
Definitely, I won't be ordering delivery anymore. I will pick it up or I'll make something at home.
Now, the driver spoke with us on social media. She says the video doesn't tell the whole story. Sasha, back to you.
Wow, that's crazy and nasty. But, oh man, I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I've heard that you can order through DoorDash, pick it up yourself. Hello, Ray. Dig in so deep, man. Maybe she was just having a moment. That is gross. But when they was talking about the food, DoorDash drivers are not trained with handling food. Was it well, no, it's been what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? 2 or 3 years ago, may have been 4 years ago now, but they were talking about making drivers get food handlers cards. But apparently they never did, because I never heard anything about it. But even with a food handler's card, I've seen people doing some nasty stuff. Craziest part, Dasher said there is more to the story. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to hear the more to the story. I don't know. That's pretty bad though. But not as bad as the one. Of course, I guess they didn't wash their hands, but the one that took a poop and what was the trash can in the hotel lobby. There's more to the story, and now the rest of the story. Like a bow-legged woman, and not a not need man. I want to go. Let's see. Swimming with bow-legged women. Popeye the Sailor Man. There used to be a little song type thing. I like to go swimming with bow-legged women because I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, that's another story. And that's the way it was. That old blues tune. Is that what it was? I remember there was, I don't know. I remember that part of the bow-legged women and swimming. That's crazy. I miss the interaction with people, but I do not miss looking at those crappy orders, or not orders, but crappy offers on those apps. I don't miss that part of it, but I miss the interaction and talking to people. Emily always said, she goes, I don't know how you can do a delivery, and before you finish delivering, you know where they're from, where they've been, where their kids live. I'm like, I don't ask them nothing. It's just like doing Spark. If they start talking, I'm not going to just ignore them. And some people, especially older ladies that live alone, they don't have anybody to talk to. And if they got a DoorDash driver or a Spark delivery driver, and you see them face to face, that they would just want somebody to talk to for a minute. And there's been a few times where I had to kind of say, okay, well, I got to get going now. I got other orders in the car. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. But, you gotta kindly take a leave. I like to go swimming. I think when women swim between legs and swim between their Really?
Captain Jackie was.
Oh, here we go. We can play it for a minute, and then I'll turn it off so we don't get in trouble.
Captain Jackie was a man that lived in our town, and you never saw the captain with his smile upside down. I asked the cap just what it was that made him a happy man. Well, he looked at me and shook his head and said, "You won't understand. But I like swimming with bow-legged women, that's with ladies, that's with."
Sorry, I forgot to mute the mic. Brandon, instead of Facebook selling fake accounts, there are people live streaming for hours on TikTok selling DoorDash and Spark accounts on TikTok. Live streams. Wow. How did they get away with that? That is crazy. You know, I thought it was all kind of under the table, but apparently the people are getting pretty ballsy out there. And now I have seen on a couple of local, was it probably rants and raves on Facebook, where they would say that somebody would say, "Can somebody help me out? My account got deactivated, and I just need to make enough money to do this. Can I use your account?" And I don't remember ever seeing anybody actually honestly answer that, but other than their little remarks. Check out this video. Colonel Potter. I saw something on MASH on that one. Okay. What? Okay, well, that's 1, 2, 3. This will be a third copyright strike if they do it. I don't think they will, though. 'Cause we're, what do they call that? Reaction video. Reaction video. I'll mute this mic.
They love to go swimming with bow-legged women and swim between their legs. Swim between their legs. They love to go swimming with bow-legged women.
Oh, yeah. That's where it came from. It would only be a copyright claim. I've had hundreds of them. You better react to the video. I'm laughing. Oh, yeah. I still watch MASH from time to time. I used to watch it all the time. It was one of my Gilligan's Island, Baba Black Sheep, MASH, of course, Happy Days. There's probably a couple more that I'm missing that I used to watch. Laverne and Shirley sometimes. Wasn't a big fan, but it was all right. Quick, Brennan, review it and cover yourself. Oh. Yep, we're reviewing it. I guess I could take it off the screen. All my Black Sheep. Love that one, yeah. With Pappy Boy. Yep. He was, I read a story about, I mean, I knew it was real, but I read a story that was written about the real Pappy Boynton, and he was pretty much like the show depicted. He was not a follow the rules type guy. He probably like the original Wild Wild West with Robert Conrad. I remember it, but I don't remember watching it much. I watched High Chaparral, Bonanza. Of course, y'all know I still watch Bonanza. And like High Chaparral. What was the girl's name? She was pretty. You know, the harder I try to think, the further her name goes from my mind. Oh yeah, I watched Rifleman. Yep. Ren and Snippy. Oh, it is awesome, but YouTube will get mad about that one. Huh. Oh, Lucas McCain from Rifleman. Yep. Let's see. Mom just texted us. Mom's here. Linda Evans. That's on High Chaparral. Huh. What do I know? What do I know? I'm on the Mexican radio. Well, Mexican. Young Linda Evans was in the Western O. I can't think of her name. Yeah. I don't know. Well, not movies. Well, oh, the Big Valley. Big Valley was Linda Evans. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. I did watch Big Valley too. Mom knew I watched it, but my fingers on the home keys. Victoria. Yeah, Victoria was her name. I thought she was pretty. Linda Crystal. I didn't know her real name. Sorry, that was an inside joke too. Yeah, the rifleman, can't remember his name. He just died recently, what, in last few months. The little boy. It was I can't remember now what his name was, but I remember seeing that. Well, I was kind of hoping my son was going to get on here. We was going to ask him if they're coming in March. They're supposed to be coming in March, but I guess he's either busy or working, or he'll get on. He'll get on here right as we're fixing to get off. Probably just got the notification, or I guess it's probably just now fixing to be 9 o'clock in Utah. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Yeah, he may be busy. I haven't heard from him. I still haven't put that dining table together yet. But I got to thinking I better do this radio or the speaker, Bluetooth speaker, before I do that, because this Bluetooth speaker is working directly with the seller that I had done their stuff before, but it was through China Dolls. So I kind of want to make them. I'd like to get some more of them Bluetooth speakers. They sell good and they're easy to do for the most part. All the buttons are the same. It's just they just look different. So, and I really those Bluetooth speakers really would make a nice little gift. I mean, you're not going to rattle the walls with them, but if a kid just wanted to, or somebody in a small office just wanted to, little vehicle with a Bluetooth speaker in it, they're good little speakers. What would be excellent is the semi trucks, like in a dispatch office for a trucking company. Anyway, Brandon, what did you ever do with that outlet circuit breaker tester tracker thing, the one that you did the review on. Oh, I've still got it. It's one of those tools that I'll probably, I did use it. I used it replacing the plug over at Emily's house, but I may never use it again. But I've got it if I do. I was sitting there, I was looking through Creator Connections last night. I just put in chairs, and they had some of those Chase Lounge chairs, outdoor ones. And I thought, I've got one out in my storage shed. I ought to just take it to Bowie and sell it because it's just there. I did use it for a bed when I first moved into the apartment. I used it for a bed for a few days, and then I got an air mattress, and then I got a real bed. But yeah, it's one of those things that I've got that I just probably won't use, like the circuit breaker tester. I need one of those. How much sell it to me for? I don't even know how much it. Let's see. I don't even know how much it was. Oh, I could. Oh, well. I'll look at my spreadsheet over here. Probably easier to find the video. I'll give you 20 plus shipping. I know they're pretty expensive. A lot more. They cost a lot more than they're worth. Some of that stuff they sell on Amazon, they have it ridiculously priced. I mean, see, was that in November or December? There it is. Oh no, it wasn't that expensive. $59. I don't know when it was. It just popped. Yeah. And then you need to use it over here on my washer and plug before you sell it. Okay. My mommy said that I have to use it before I can sell it. I've only been needing to change a wall plug out at her house for what I think she told me the other day or a while back. It's been like 10 or 11 years. It's one of those things that's so simple to do, and I just haven't done it. And it wouldn't take 10 minutes. You know, flip the breaker, unscrew it, take the wires loose, put the new one on there, put it back together, and turn the breaker back on. It wouldn't take no time. I mainly needed one to find out what outlets goes to which breaker. It would be excellent for that. Most outlets in the trailer don't even work, and I need to fix that. Yeah. Well, you can, if you want to, hey, you could always order it, use it, and it didn't work right, so you had to send it back. Or if it didn't work right, you could send it back. Now that she called you out, you have to do it by the next show. Is that the challenge? Oh, she's called me out, but not publicly. Well, she did. I guess I read her text, so I called myself out on it, didn't I? Oh yeah, I could borrow it that way. I didn't hear that here. Well, if it don't work right, you need to send it back. But you don't know if it don't work right till you use it. And you have 30 days. Why can't I click on that? There we go. Anyway, I got all this oink stuff up. Can this product make me any money? Pork chop, you was asking last night. Here's one of the things the pro version does that the free version doesn't. It will give you information right there. Miss Wendy leaving. Good night, everyone. Good night, Miss Wendy. Hopefully y'all will feel better, and Ray will feel better tomorrow and be able to hook that mini PC up for you. There's Ray's challenge. Have it. Let's see if he can get it done by, I'm not going to say his next live stream because he may go live after this show, so we'll see. But my next live stream, there's your challenge, Ray. Have it hooked up for Miss Wendy by next Wednesday. I know. Things come up that you didn't plan on. Actually, this is on Creator Connections because it's got this request button right here. So and this is another thing on the paid version, you can hit like request and it would normally bring up my message right there if I was logged in on the other computer. I don't know why it doesn't do it on this computer. It should, but it's not. Well, pork chop made me kind of made me have a challenge to change that wall plug out. I think there's one over there too. But, and you can do this right here if you were going to buy. I wouldn't personally buy anything, but there it is. Let's see. I don't know why I keep doing that, because I could have just went right there and copied that ASIN number. Well, it's not showing that particular one, but it's on Creator Connections, or you wouldn't be able to request it. But see, this one pays 20%, 20% commissions, and it's on here till next month, March 1st. That's another thing you got to look at right there. Anyway, thank you for passing the pain on. I just found one Allied Express for $29. I don't know what their return policy is. I've actually got a AliExpress or Allied. Do I have Ali? I haven't looked at it. I thought. I never got into this one. That TikTok seller. Walmart. I thought I know I'm on the Allied or Alley. Is there Alley? Maybe it's Allied. Huh. That's weird that it's not showing up on here, though. That's what, and I think that would be a good thing to, I may send him a message. The guy that wrote this app, Because if he could put, because it shows the send message, but I wonder if you could put a button that says open in creator connections, because it's not opening in creator connections. And I don't understand why, but it's not. It probably won't open with that one. Oh, you know what? I'm a dummy. I may already have it on creator connections. And if that's the case, it would be under active. Yep, there it is. It was under active. That's why it didn't open up. It only pays 10% till March 1st. Anyway, that's the way that works, y'all. If y'all were interested. But now, you can go through here and pick things out. Like, say this right here. And you can open it up. And you can go right down here and hit request. That's part of the pro version there too, if I wanted to order that. But you can also click right here, check product opportunities, and it will tell you, oh, see, upper carousel is full, low carousel has open slots. So you have the opportunity to get in there, but the bad thing is they only sell 50 plus. And what they say is you want to find stuff that's 500 plus. But you could do this. I'll go ahead. Is it going to let me? Oh, well, so far so good. No, it's not giving me my templates. That was the last one that I did, but I can't do that. I didn't request it, so I have to wait and do that on another computer. I don't know why it's not showing the templates from one computer to the other. I guess maybe they're saved locally on the hard drive. I bet that's what it is. The templates are probably saved on your hard drive. So, and I can't, well, I guess I could. I could copy this. Oh, refresh this. Well, it's not putting their brand in there, is it? It wasn't that brand, was it? Yeah, it is that brand. Oh, it is. You just can't choose your template. Is that the right? Yeah, no, that's a different one. Good Lord. That thing's $129. That's a cushiony looking chair. But let's go ahead and it did send it. So anyway, that's the way it works. It just didn't bring up my templates. So anyway. That's interesting. Anyway, that's how you can do this oink. There's you a hands-on sample. I did get an artificial tree that I was going to try to get reviewed today so I could have it in the background tonight. 2025, I need 2026. Oh, did I not put it on here? Oh, there it is. I thought that was kind of cool. My ideal is to put it, I don't know, where would it, like, probably right there. Put it right there. I think it would look good right there. I don't know. It came in today. I just didn't get a chance to open it yet. Maybe I'll probably try to get to it by Monday. Probably need to put heat on it, make it spread out more. Good night, everyone. I have to turn this off or I'll stay up even later. Yeah, 4 o'clock's going to come early, my friend. Oh, I forgot to turn it on. He's over there on the bench or on the cabinet. Well, anyway, good night, Tim. Have a good night and come hang out more. We miss you, buddy. So come hang out with us commoners. Anyway, thanks for being here and have a good day tomorrow. A good early day. Yeah, I didn't even think about turning that on. Anyway. Yeah, it's 10:15, isn't it? I have rattled and rattled. So, does anybody have any questions or anything to ask anybody while we're all still here? If not, I am going to start editing the video. Are you going to keep the tree? Yep. Yeah, I put in for it so I could, like I said, so I can put it back over here. It wouldn't, you're not going to really be able to see it, are you? Maybe when I turn and stuff. But there's not room to put it over here. You know what I almost actually really almost thought about doing is like the bookshelf that's in the living room, seeing if I could get another one and cover that wall, make it a wall. Because it's just me that lives here, and I'm the only one ever here. Every once in a while, Mom comes over, but not very often, and about as often as Emily, unless we got to do a review or something. She comes over and helps me do it. But I'm the only one here, so I could just go right through the bedroom and bathroom and out. But then it would block that wall, that door. But then I could put so much more behind me here. I don't know. I don't know where to put. I thought the tree would look good right here. But I don't know. But we'll see. Like I said, I planned on having it done tonight, but it just didn't happen. Next Wednesday, there will be a new edition. Probably need to clean up some of that stuff behind me. But I like the way that and that look with the lights behind them. Oh, I forgot to turn on the smiling sign too. I could get a different shelf though. Could get a different one of them and just sell that one or give it away or something. I don't know. Yep. Oh, I knew there was something I was missing. Uh-oh, what'd you miss? I missed two things. Forgot to turn on the laser thing, and I forgot to turn on the sign. I was going to look up those signs, see if I can find one of those. But I don't know where I'd put another one, really. And I don't know what I would have put on it. Oh, you was missing something oh, you knew something was missing. Yeah. That. There. That's on. That's easy enough. And hope the fire marshal doesn't come check on me. It made a weird noise, and I thought I better check. I have the space heater down here under my desk plugged into an extension cord, which you do not do that. You're not supposed to do that, so don't do that, children. But since I do not leave it on unattended, though, I'm sitting right here. Okay, now it's more. Now we're talking. Yep. Anyway, I think I'm going to start editing a video. And I'm dreading doing that metal cabinet. Anybody want to come over and help me do it? It's gonna be a pain. One of them we did over my mom's driveway, but that one's in her garage, and she don't really have room for this one. So I'm gonna have to set in a garage or a warehouse or a shop or something. I thought that storage room kind of constitutes as a storage warehouse, sorta, kinda. So that's what I will use it for. So, anyway, pork chop. Good night, everybody. Good night, pork chop. And y'all, everybody, I appreciate y'all being here and hanging out with me for a little bit. I know I don't know, it wasn't real boring. It was all right. I enjoyed it. We talked about food and other things. Do it under the carport. They can't tell. Yeah, you really wouldn't be able to tell, would you? And that's cardboard, I could spread it out. Depends on the weather, but I may do that. Because I've got that wide angle lens now, so. Oh, no, you're good, Ray. It's all good in the neighborhood. Oh. It was a good show. I listened, though. There you go. Anyway, all right, y'all. I am out of here, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your evening. And if y'all need anything, just holler. Must have you got my number or my email or something? So I'll be around. Y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all in the next one. Hopefully next Wednesday. Keep smiling. And bye.